Hello beloved souls, thank you for tuning into the Spiritual Podcasts channel. This channel is all about good vibes, positive energy, and meaningful conversations. To keep this space welcoming for everyone, we kindly ask that comments stay respectful, kind, and in the spirit of the content shared here. We reserve the right to delete any comments that don't align with this intention. No hard feelings, just protecting the vibe. Thanks for being here and spreading the light. Please be cautious of anyone claiming to represent Spiritual Podcast and asking you for money, donations, or personal information. We will never ask you for money through comments, messages, or DMs. All official updates and content come only from this channel. If you see suspicious activity, please report it immediately. Stay safe and thank you for being part of our community. If you enjoy the video and its content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Please be kind to other viewers of the channel. The video is about to start.
Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take your most intriguing sources and really try to unearth the knowledge that truly matters. Today we're embarking on a truly unique and expansive journey. It's a deep dive into a message from what's described as a collective of pure love and wisdom, channeled from Zook of Andromeda. Now, for those perhaps less familiar, Zook describes themselves as this collective consciousness from the Andromeda galaxy, offering a higher perspective on Earth's evolution, and specifically, the profound energetic shifts currently washing over our planet and, our consciousness too. So our mission today is really to unpack the insights Zook shares about a recent lunar eclipse in September. This was a pretty powerful event, cosmically speaking. We want to look at the waves of energy it unleashed, and crucially, how it's affecting us, both individually and collectively right now. It's about understanding what's happening beneath the surface, maybe, why it matters so deeply, and importantly, how we can best navigate this period of intense transformation with, hopefully, some grace and purpose.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating here is the perspective Zook offers. I mean, this isn't just about astronomical events as we typically think of them. It frames them as divine catalysts for a deep internal cleansing, almost like a cosmic reset button for humanity, So we're going to explore how these huge cosmic energies are impacting our emotional landscape, why past traumas might be resurfacing for so many people right now, and what this collective cosmic surgery truly means for us, this profound, intentional transformation happening on both personal and planetary scales. It's happening right before our very eyes, or maybe more accurately, right within our very hearts.
Okay, right. Let's unpack this idea then. Yeah. Zook describes these powerful waves of high-frequency energy just bathing the planet after the lunar eclipse and igniting what they call a great transformation. It paints the eclipse not just as, an astronomical thing, but as a divine catalyst, almost like a cosmic wind that's stirring up dense energies and long-buried shadows within the human psyche. It's almost as if the universe decided it was time for a really intense, planetary-wide spring cleaning of our collective consciousness.
Exactly, and that raises a really important question for all of us, doesn't it? What does this stirring up actually look and feel like on a personal level? Zook's message suggests that many of us might be noticing this both, around us and profoundly within ourselves. Think about emotions on edge.
Oh, yeah.
Old patterns resurfacing, maybe in relationships or habits.
Mm-hmm.
And those memories or traumas you thought you'd left behind, suddenly returning to consciousness with surprising, sometimes uncomfortable clarity. Now, it's really important to highlight here that Zook clarifies this is not a regression.
Right, that's key.
Which is a common and honestly understandable misconception when these intense feelings come up. Instead, it's presented as a necessary progression for healing. It's the universe, through Zook, telling us that these aren't signs of personal failure, of having slipped backwards somehow, but rather a necessary and, maybe even divinely orchestrated part of our forward healing journey. It's an opportunity, really, not a punishment.
That's such a crucial distinction, isn't it? Not failure, but progress.
Mm-hmm.
And Zook goes into quite a bit of detail about this cosmic purge and how it's sparking a profound personal awakening for so many. The message emphasizes that many of us are experiencing very deep or unexpected emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And these aren't just, subtle shifts. They can manifest vividly in our dreams or maybe erupt quite intensely in our waking lives, sometimes seemingly out of nowhere. Or even show up as distinct physical symptoms like an unusual amount of fatigue, unexplained aches, or persistent tension in our bodies. It's almost like our entire system, mind, body, spirit, is recalibrating and responding to this deep energetic upheaval. Have you ever felt that intense tiredness after a really big emotional experience, like a heavy conversation or even just a good cry?
Absolutely.
Zook is saying this is happening on a planetary scale.
Exactly. And it's particularly interesting how Zook specifically mentions revisiting childhood sorrows or old dislikes that suddenly feel really fresh again, or even fears believed to have been overcome. When these things resurface, our first instinct, like you said, might be to think, oh no, I haven't made progress, or I'm slipping backward.
Right. Why am I dealing with this again?
Exactly, that frustration. But the core insight here is that these aren't signs of personal failure. Instead, they are presented as a necessary part of a divine purge. It's not about reliving the past pointlessly. It's about having a fresh, conscious opportunity to truly recognize these old energies, address them from a new, more aware perspective, maybe, and finally release what no longer serves our highest good. It's the universe essentially giving us a second chance, or maybe a third or fourth, to integrate these past experiences fully.
And Zook offers such a powerful image to illustrate this process, too. I found this really resonated. It says, just as sediment rests at the bottom of a calm lake until a strong current stirs it up for purification.
That's a good one.
Isn't it? It just beautifully illustrates how these eclipse energies aren't creating new problems or wounds. Rather, they're like that strong current, bringing ancient, unresolved wounds and energies to the surface. It's as if the cosmic current is giving us a clear view of what's been hiding in our depths,
Right.
allowing it to be recognized, truly seen, and then consciously healed and released. So the key takeaway here for you, the listener, is this. If you've been feeling this weight, if these old feelings are bubbling up, demanding your attention, know that you're absolutely not alone. And it's actually a sign of profound progress, not regression. It means the healing is actively happening.
And that idea of not being alone, it extends beyond just our individual experience to a truly collective unfolding. Zook's message stresses that the entire human family is going through this wave of purification together. So what one feels individually, others are also experiencing in their own ways, maybe with different specifics, sure, but the underlying energetic signature is shared. The lunar eclipse, Zook explains, essentially opened a bridge between humanity's subconscious and conscious mind, allowing long repressed energies to flow for healing. Now, this might sound intense, and honestly, it can feel that way.
Definitely.
But Zook presents this opening as an ultimate gift. Even if it feels anything but pleasant in the moment, and let's be real, it often does, it's a massive opportunity for collective healing. It's like an invitation for humanity to become more whole.
This is where it gets really interesting, I think. Connecting the personal to the planetary. With Zook's cosmic surgery analogy,
Yeah.
the message likens this collective upheaval to a cosmic surgery, where wounds need to be opened and cleaned before true healing can happen. It emphasizes that while intense, this process is intentional.
Intentional, yes.
It's not random chaos. It's a purposeful, universe-wide intervention designed for our collective well-being and evolution. So what for you, the listener, is that this collective process means a shared vulnerability. If you see others struggling, if their emotions seem really on edge, it's not just some unique, isolated event happening to them. It's part of this universal experience, this cosmic surgery, and calls for a tremendous amount of understanding and, I'd say, gentle compassion for everyone around you. What do you think is the biggest resistance people might feel when those sediments get stirred up and those wounds are opened?
Oh, that's a profound question. I think the biggest resistance probably comes from our conditioned desire for comfort and control. We want to believe we've dealt with things, right? That healing is linear, a straight line upwards.
Yeah, check the box. Done.
Exactly, check. So suddenly, facing old wounds can feel like a failure, like we discussed.
Yeah.
It kind of strips away our sense of having moved past it, and that vulnerability is just uncomfortable. Deeply uncomfortable. So Zook's guidance on navigating this intensity is therefore particularly crucial. It provides a clear mandate for self-gentleness. It really pushes us to acknowledge this period as one of immense energetic change, and therefore requiring a completely different approach to ourselves. We often live in a culture that values constant productivity, pushing through. But this message suggests that sometimes the most productive thing we can do is slow down and simply process. We're being asked to redefine what doing actually means in this context.
I love that. And Zook uses the most perfect analogy here to help us understand. They advise, imagine you've been caught by a powerful ocean wave. When you finally reach the shore, you need time to catch your breath and regain your balance.
It's so vivid.
It really is. It so beautifully underscores the absolute need for rest and processing after the energetic tide of the eclipse brings these deep feelings to the surface. I know for myself, when Zook says, integrating immense energetic change, my body's interpretation is often nap now.
Yes.
It's a very physical, visceral need, and this analogy makes it feel so valid. It's not about pushing through, it's about acknowledging the impact and giving yourself what you truly need in that moment.
Precisely. And that means giving oneself explicit permission to rest and process at your own pace is paramount. Self-kindness is your ally here, not laziness, as many might fear in our fast-paced world.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It really is. If you feel the need for more sleep, more silence, or more time away from your usual routine and demands, Zook's message encourages honoring these needs without labeling yourself as unproductive. In fact, it reframes that feeling of needing more sleep or quiet, not as a pause, but as doing exactly what is required at this moment, integrating immense energetic change. Think of a computer after a massive software update, right? It often needs to restart, to run quietly in the background for a while, integrating all the new code before it can perform optimally again. Our energetic systems are doing something very similar. It's an active, essential part of the process, not a break from it.
And for certain individuals, Zook points out this sensitivity is amplified. The message specifically points out special sensitivity for starseeds. Now, many of our listeners are probably familiar with the general concept of starseed souls believed to have originated from other star systems, incarnated on Earth to assist with evolution. But Zook offers some particularly granular insights into their unique role during these shifts. For these sensitive souls and starseeds, defined as souls carrying the essence of distant stars and higher realms, this self-gentleness is not just important but essential.
Essential, yeah.
These individuals, Zook says, often feel the winds of change with amplified intensity, experiencing everything from these cosmic shifts to collective human emotions on a much deeper, more profound level than others.
Zook elaborates on unique manifestations for starseeds, too, which really helps put their experiences into context. They might experience unexplained sadness that doesn't seem to have a current trigger, or a strange longing for the stars, a profound sense of not quite belonging here.
Homesickness almost.
Exactly, that kind of cosmic homesickness. Or a weight in the heart as if mourning something long lost, even if they can't quite articulate what that loss is. And crucially, they also perceive the weight of the world's emotions more acutely, because their empathic channels are just wide open, making them highly sensitive to the collective energetic field. Zook uses the powerful antenna metaphor for them. You are like an antenna picking up the wider frequencies at play. This highlights their vital role in processing collective and cosmic energies, reframing their sensitivity not as a burden or a weakness, but as a profound gift. The message also reminds starseeds that they volunteered to be on Earth during this ascension to help humanity's evolution, often by taking on energies to transmute them through your own system. And to transmute here means to consciously process and transform lower vibrational energies like fear or anger into higher vibrations like love or peace, essentially purifying them on behalf of the collective. It isn't a passive role, it's an active, deep service, which helps explain the heightened intensity they often feel. How do you think starseeds, or really anyone with amplified sensitivity, can consciously manage being such an antenna without becoming completely overwhelmed?
That's a truly practical question, isn't it? Because it can feel like being hit by a wave of emotions that aren't even yours. I think Zook's answer comes in another beautiful analogy.
Yeah.
The broken-winged bird. The image is incredibly vivid. A small bird with a broken wing. It yearns to fly in the sky as before, but its wing needs time and gentle care to heal. This really drives home the point that profound healing can't be rushed. For an antenna, I think it means consciously choosing when to tune in and maybe when to temporarily shield or dim the reception. It's about self-regulation.
And Zook then connects that image directly to us, to you listening. At this moment, dear starseeds and sensitive souls, you are both the bird and the caregiver.
Both roles.
Both roles simultaneously. One part of you, your eternal spirit, yearns for high vibrations, for freedom, for soaring. While another part, your human aspect, carries wounds and fatigue that need loving attention and care right now. This dual role is absolutely critical. It means we shouldn't demand ourselves to fly at full height, to be constantly on or performing if we feel wounded or tired. Instead, we are encouraged to become our own gentle caregiver, providing the warmth of self-love and patience. If you need to withdraw from the hustle and bustle, Zook says, then create a cozy nest for healing if needed. It's a profound permission slip to truly nurture yourself through this process, recognizing that sometimes the greatest service is to simply heal yourself first.
So practically speaking then, what does that gentle caregiving look like in our everyday lives?
Yeah.
How do we do that? Zook's message provides some really specific and actionable practices for comfort and healing during this time. First, and this is so important, allow emotional release. Giving yourself explicit permission to cry freely. It emphasizes that tears are purifying and help relieve emotional pressure, almost like an energetic detox. I sometimes feel a huge sense of relief after a good cry, and Zook confirms that's exactly what's happening energetically.
Yeah, it's a release valve.
Totally. For anger, it suggests finding a safe outlet, like screaming into a pillow, a classic.
Always good.
Or vigorous exercise, or writing frustrations down and tearing the page up. It's about acknowledging and releasing these intense emotions, not suppressing them, because suppressed emotions only fester, right?
Absolutely. It also encourages creating a physical, cozy space, like a literal sanctuary for yourself. Wrap yourself in a soft blanket, play calm music, or light a candle. Surround yourself with warmth and comfort. This external environment can significantly support the internal process, sending a signal of safety to your nervous system. And then, vitally, Zook emphasizes gentle self-talk. Speak to yourself with kindness and encouragement. Examples provided are things like, "It's okay to feel this, I'm here for myself, I'll get through this." These aren't just empty words. Zook explains this practice helps create an inner sanctuary, a safe space within you where all your wounded and frightened parts can come for comfort and healing. It reinforces that true transformation happens organically within the space of unconditional self-love. These are really actionable steps, a practical guide to emotional first aid for anyone feeling overwhelmed, helping you become your own healer.
These practical tools for self-care are so valuable. And having armed ourselves with them, Zook then elevates our perspective to the fundamental energetic principles that truly guide this transformation: patience, compassion, and most powerfully, love. And Zook's message is very clear that the pace of healing for this kind of transformation, well, it isn't instantaneous.
Definitely not.
It says, healing of this magnitude, both personal and planetary, is not instantaneous. Just as a broken wing takes time to mend, the emotional and energetic wounds now surfacing require time to fully transform. There's no fast-forward button. It's a process.
And crucially, Zook states, there is no deadline or race in soul healing.
Phew.
Right. The journey unfolds in perfect time. We're strongly encouraged to give ourselves the grace of time, trusting that the current intensity will soften gradually day by day. This isn't about ignoring the pain or pretending it's not there, but rather accepting its presence as part of a temporary process that will naturally diminish with time and gentle care, much like a physical wound heals. Think about a bruise, It doesn't disappear the moment you notice it or put ice on it. It fades, changing colors day by day as the body does its work. Zook's message is asking us to apply that same patience to our inner energetic bruises.
This gradual process then leads us to cultivating compassion, starting first and foremost with ourselves. We're urged to recognize that we are going through an extremely intense, energetic period and are truly doing the best you can in these, unprecedented times. This is about self-forgiveness and understanding, releasing any self-judgment for how we might be feeling or reacting. But for someone maybe struggling to find that self-compassion, truly overwhelmed by what's surfacing, what's a practical, immediate step to shift that internal narrative from "I'm weak" to "I'm strong" in the moment?
That's where Zook offers a really profound perspective shift. Instead of battling the feeling of weakness, Zook suggests, consider that there may be something very right with you.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, you are sensitive enough to feel what needs to be felt and strong enough to face what needs to be healed. This is a form of spiritual courage. It flips the script entirely, doesn't it? Reframing sensitivity not as a weakness, but as a profound strength, a sign of spiritual fortitude and an advanced capacity for healing. The message suggests affirmations like, I honor you for going through this. I am proud of your courage. I love you no matter what you are feeling now. It's about consciously nurturing that inner caregiver we discussed. And as this self-compassion grows, Zook says, compassion for others flows more easily, creating a beautiful ripple effect outward.
That's beautiful. And indeed, Zook's message extends this compassion to others, describing humanity as a wounded bird. It reminds us that each person is processing these eclipse energies in their own unique way, which might very well lead to anger, frustration, irritability, or other difficult behaviors in those around us. It's not necessarily personal, it's part of the collective process.
Exactly. It challenges us to try to see beyond the surface of these actions and recognize the pain or fear that may lie beneath them. Now, this doesn't mean condoning negative or harmful behavior. Healthy boundaries are also an act of self-love and discernment, absolutely.
Right. Important distinction.
Very important. But it does mean maintaining a perspective of understanding rather than immediate judgment. The analogy of humanity as a whole is like a wounded bird now, limping and struggling to heal its collective trauma, really drives this home. Our collective trauma refers to those deep accumulated wounds from generations of conflict, separation, fear that are now being brought to the surface for healing. So instead of reacting with anger or judgment, the advice is to consider a thought like, I see this person is suffering, I hope they find peace, and maybe send a wave of healing energy their way. It's about responding with compassion, even if it's just an internal shift, to contribute to a kinder, more understanding collective atmosphere.
And ultimately, all of this leads back to love as the absolute guiding frequency. Zook emphasizes that love is not just an emotion, it is a state of consciousness and the most powerful healing force in the universe.
The most powerful.
When intense energies are spinning around us, when everything feels turbulent and uncertain, anchoring in the vibration of love is our refuge and a strength. It's our ultimate home frequency.
And Zook provides a really practical love practice that anyone can do anywhere. Place your hands on your heart, close your eyes, and take slow, deep breaths. Repeat silently or aloud. I choose unity. I invite love into this experience. I envelop this feeling with love. As you do this, imagine a warm, radiant light expanding from your heart, filling your entire being. This practice is so potent because love has a high frequency that naturally transmutes lower vibrations like fear, anger, or despair, just as sunlight melts ice.
Ah, I see.
It's a fundamental law of energy. By cultivating love internally, by becoming this anchor, you effectively become a beacon of light for those around you, even without saying a word. It's about returning to the soul's home frequency, a constant source of strength and peace, always available regardless of external storms. I've found that even just a minute of this practice can completely shift my internal state, moving me from reactivity to a place of centered calm. It really works.
That's powerful. This brings us to a specific time frame Zook highlights. The 2-week integration window immediately following the lunar eclipse. This is described as a particularly potent period of integration. The eclipse sets a deep healing cycle in motion. And this specific period is when, as Zook says, energetic dust settles and new alignments begin to take root. It's the critical recovery time.
It's likened to having undergone deep internal surgery and now being in the recovery and rejuvenation phase. So it's completely normal, expected even, to experience continued emotional highs and lows and energetic waves during these 2 weeks. One day you might feel incredibly clear, optimistic, energetic, and the next you might feel surprisingly heavy, burdened with old feelings or that unexplained fatigue again. The key is to trust that each wave is carrying away a little more of the old and bringing in a little more of the new light. This period is about honoring the integration process as a sacred time of healing and self-care, allowing your entire being to fully absorb and adjust to these profound changes, even if it feels like a bit of a roller coaster.
So how do we honor it? Beyond just allowing it to happen, what are the practicals? Zook's message offers specific practices for integration and grounding during this potent period. First, connecting with nature. Spend time in nature. Earth is an excellent healer and will help you stabilize.
Grounding,
It suggests walking barefoot on the grass or soil, maybe sitting against a tree, consciously inviting Earth to absorb any excess or chaotic energies and transform them. Our planet is essentially a massive, living, energetic filter.
Then there's hydration and nutrition. Keep your bodies well hydrated and nourished. Water and healthy foods will help your physical bodies eliminate toxins and old energetic imprints. This is about supporting the physical vessel through the energetic recalibration, recognizing that what we put into our bodies directly impacts our energetic state. Simple, but powerful.
Totally.
Also, indulging in comforting activities like warm salt baths, listening to relaxing music, gentle yoga, stretching, or meditation. These are presented not as indulgences, but as supportive measures for your healing, essential for processing and integration.
Right, they're necessities now.
Exactly. And vitally, creating a cocoon of peace. Reduce exposure to news, social media, or chaotic environments. This is like a caterpillar transforming in its cocoon, strengthening its wings in silence before emerging. I personally found that even just setting a timer for social media or intentionally turning off news alerts during this period made a huge difference in my own energetic field.
Good tip.
Creating that essential inner quiet. This whole section really offers a blueprint for creating a personal sanctuary during this sensitive time, prioritizing internal peace over external demands.
And this 2-week window isn't isolated, is it? It's part of a larger interconnected cosmic event. Zook states this period leads directly to another eclipse, a new moon solar eclipse about 2 weeks later around September 21 and the equinox around September 22.
That's right.
This entire period from the lunar eclipse to the solar eclipse and equinox is called an eclipse portal or corridor, which Zook says is highly charged for accelerated change. It's like a very narrow, high-energy pathway for transformation.
Exactly, a potent corridor. During these specific days of the eclipse corridor, the advice is to be even gentler with yourselves. Move slowly and with intention.
Even gentler.
The idea is that the seeds of new light that the lunar eclipse planted in you will begin to sprout as you rest, leading to the new beginnings symbolized by the solar eclipse and the balancing energies of the equinox. So this integration period is not just about recovery, it's about nurturing the potential for future growth that these powerful cosmic events are setting in motion. It's a foundational period for new beginnings, a time to consciously plant seeds for your desired reality, knowing the cosmic energy is amplifying their growth.
Now, what about those who aren't experiencing this intensity, or at least not as acutely, maybe feeling a bit left out? Zook's message thoughtfully acknowledges that some individuals might be navigating these energies relatively smoothly. It directly addresses this by saying, if you are among those navigating these energies smoothly, it is likely that your mission is to act as pillars of stability and support for the collective.
A different role.
It normalizes this experience, assuring those who feel less impacted that they're not being left out or are somehow less sensitive. It's simply a different but equally important role.
Zook explains that these roles can alternate. Some maintain balance while others face turbulence. You might have processed similar energies previously, or maybe your soul prepared you to remain firm and steady now, acting as a grounding presence. The power here lies in simply remaining in your light, calm and centered. You are already emitting a stabilizing frequency that benefits everyone around you.
Just by being.
Just by being.
Yeah.
This subtle power of presence is a healing gift in itself. Think of how a single calm person can dissipate tension in a chaotic room, right? Or a firm, loving hug can soothe a frightened child. Zook encourages intuitive guidance to offer help. Maybe a call to a friend who might be struggling, helping a neighbor with a simple task, or sharing positive, uplifting words. Even a small gesture like a sincere, "How are you? I'm here if you need to talk," can be a ray of light for someone feeling overwhelmed. It's about being available in a gentle way. How do you discern when to offer help, though, and when to just hold space without intruding?
That's a really good question, because you don't want to overwhelm someone who's already feeling delicate or maybe needs solitude. It feels like the discernment comes from that intuitive guidance Zook mentions. It's a gentle inner nudge rather than a forceful push,
Right, a feeling.
Exactly. And for those who do feel strong enough, Zook describes them as anchors of light. It says, shine your light gently outward as a beacon. You don't need to solve anyone's problems.
Yeah.
Just be authentically yourselves, open-hearted and available. It's about being a steady, comforting presence, a safe harbor in the storm.
This is such a nuanced but incredibly powerful form of support. Zook offers several compassionate ways to serve as an anchor of light. Offer a listening ear without judgment, simply allowing someone to express themselves fully. Be a calming presence through silence, your steady breathing, or a gentle hug if it feels appropriate. Help with daily tasks if someone is really overwhelmed and struggling with basic responsibilities like meals or chores. Share encouragement through simple, heartfelt words like, "You're not alone," or "You'll get through this." And even create community support through organizing group meditations or uplifting conversations. The key Zook stresses again, is gentle assistance. Don't force your help or your perspective. Just as we wouldn't pull a bird to make it fly prematurely, don't push anyone to cheer up or get over it quickly. Instead, help create the conditions for their natural healing.
That's wise.
And this isn't just selfless, it's mutually elevating. Genuine acts of service, born of love, benefit everyone involved. You might gain insights yourself, feel profound joy, and receive healing too, solidifying the profound truth that we are all one, interconnected aspects of the same creator.
This interconnectedness also means that if you, the listener, feel that everything is just too dark or too heavy to carry alone, the message explicitly states, do not hesitate to ask for help, whether from a trusted friend, a guide, or in a sincere prayer to the divine.
Reach out.
Yes. Seeking support is presented as an act of wisdom and courage, not a weakness. It's an acknowledgement of our shared humanity and our need for connection.
And Zook reassures us that the universe is, in its essence, loving, and will always find a way to guide, support, and uplift you when you invite its help. This support can manifest as a compassionate listener appearing at just the right moment, a synchronous solution to a problem popping up, or an unexpected wave of inner peace washing over you. It's about remembering you are never abandoned. The universe truly conspires in your favor when you open to it. It reminds me of a time when I was going through a particularly tough period, and a friend, completely unprompted, just brought over a homemade meal.
Ah.
It was such a simple gesture, but it felt like the universe was reaching out, telling me I wasn't alone. And even amidst all this intense inner work, it's so vital to embrace joy amidst the process. Zook highlights that laughter, play, and creativity are powerful healers, not frivolous distractions.
Exactly. Zook says, a shared laugh or a gentle smile can break tension and remind you that life still holds sweetness and hope. It's about finding that essential balance. Embracing joy elevates your vibration. It's not denying pain or brushing it aside, but balancing it with reminders of the love and beauty that also exist. It's a powerful tool for integration and healing, helping us ride those emotional waves without being completely submerged by them. It's about remembering your light, even in the shadows.
Looking ahead then, Zook's message paints a truly grand vision for the unfolding future. It does warn, though, that the path ahead continues to unfold in waves of increasing intensity.
Okay, buckle up.
Pretty much. This lunar eclipse, it clarifies, is just the opening of a larger window that extends through future celestial cycles. It's an ongoing transformation, not a one-time event. We're kind of in it for the long haul.
And it speaks directly to our preparedness for this, saying, you are being trained, prepared, and strengthened to move in harmony with increasingly higher frequencies. It's about learning to ride these waves with wisdom, knowing when to dive deep internally and when to maybe shine outwardly as an anchor for others. It also offers a profound reframe for what might look like chaos. What many call chaos is nothing more than the dissolution of old patterns that can no longer sustain the new earth.
That's a key perspective.
Isn't it? So it's not just random disorder, it's a necessary breaking down of structures, belief systems, ways of being that no longer serve humanity's evolution. It's the old shedding its skin to make way for the new.
And this dissolution extends to every societal layer, with truth emerging in various layers in politics, science, spirituality, human relationships. Nothing will remain untouched or hidden, apparently. And for Starseeds, the call is to remain as anchors, remembering that everything is in perfect course, even when the external scenario seems uncertain. Your calm, conscious presence, your internal stability is a beacon for those who do not yet understand the grandeur of what is happening. It's a vital role in guiding others through what might seem like frightening turmoil, helping them see the deeper purpose unfolding.
This process is deeply intertwined with our cosmic connection, Zook explains. It states, with each conscious breath, you align with the heart of the cosmos. We're encouraged to visualize a golden thread of light connecting to the great central sun, which Zook describes as an inexhaustible source of strength, clarity, and peace.
Tapping in.
Exactly. It's a reminder of our constant access to universal support, always available, always flowing, if we just remember to connect.
And Zook clarifies that we are not just passive receivers in this. You're not just receiving energies, but transmitting them.
Okay. Active role.
Very active. Every elevated thought, every kind gesture, every act of compassion reverberates beyond your individual sphere. This means we are active, conscious participants in building the new reality, not just watching it happen. Zook says, the planetary light grid is intensifying. Millions of points of light, you begin to recognize each other and unite energetically. This planetary light grid refers to an invisible, interconnected web of energy around Earth, composed of the collective consciousness and activated light of awakened beings.
Like a network.
Exactly, a living network. This network, sustained by the pure intention of love and transformation, will ensure your vision of the most drastic changes yet to come. It emphasizes that every love vibration, every hopeful thought strengthens this collective network, making us part of a grand orchestra playing the melody of a new reality. Given this understanding of a planetary light grid and our role in it, what are the practical implications of time distortion that Zook also mentions? That sounds tricky. How do we navigate a reality where time itself seems to be shifting?
That's the part that really makes my head spin a bit. Zook describes that time as you knew it seems to be unraveling. Days may feel like weeks like moments.
Feeling that sometimes.
Right. This reflects intertwining timelines that meet and separate at great speed. It's like different river currents running parallel or maybe even crossing over, and our consciousness is kind of shifting between them.
It is indeed, and Zook says we are in a vibrational corridor where conscious choices will determine which timeline you remain on.
Wow, okay. Big responsibility.
Immense responsibility and power in our hands. Imagine timelines like different versions of reality, each vibrating at a different frequency. When you anchor in love, compassion, and truth, you automatically align with the Ascension timeline, the path of higher evolution and light. But conversely, giving in to anger, despair, or fear brings your energy closer to timelines sustaining those old patterns of suffering. This makes us co-creators of the new Earth with a simple exercise to stay conscious. At each moment, what reality am I feeding now?
Powerful question.
Isn't it? This continuous self-inquiry keeps us actively shaping our future, literally determining the reality we experience and contribute to. It's not just a feeling, it's a navigational reality, according to Zook.
As part of this grand unfolding, Zook foresees that many are awakening gifts that were dormant. This includes things like hearing one's soul with greater clarity, receiving messages in dreams, experiencing powerful synchronicities, having amplified intuition and sensitivity, and even perceiving realities beyond the physical. It's like our inherent spiritual senses are coming online.
And Zook strongly advises, do not doubt yourselves.
Easier said than done sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. The conditioned mind, with its logical frameworks, may question or dismiss these experiences, but Zook asserts that you are being reactivated in your original potentials. It emphasizes that spiritual expansion is not a race. It is a unique blossoming for each being. So patience for others who may not be experiencing this yet or who are on a different schedule of awakening is really crucial. What's more, the planet itself is responding to the same energies as you. Gaia, our living Earth, is expanding her crystalline heart, which is its own energetic core, releasing ancestral memories. This is why many are experiencing vivid dreams of ancient civilizations, temples, oceans, mountains, or even distant stars. We are collectively accessing planetary and even cosmic memory. Memories of Lemuria, Atlantis, Sirius, Andromeda, Arcturus, Pleiades. These fragments are uniting, helping you remember your true mission here, who you truly are and why you came. And for those feeling exhausted by all this, it's important to know you are fulfilling work of immense value by transmuting energies in silence. Every tear shed consciously, every fear dissolved, every kind act is fundamental to the great puzzle of ascension, even if it feels quiet and unheroic.
In the midst of all this internal and planetary shifting, Zook's message predicts that the external world will seem to collapse. Social, political, economic, religious structures will reveal their cracks even more visibly.
Yeah, we're seeing some of that already.
Definitely. It's a stark picture of the fall of the old, the crumbling of paradigms that no longer serve us.
But Zook urges us, do not be imprisoned by the spectacle of destruction. While all this dissolves on levels invisible to most, new structures are simultaneously being anchored. Okay, so it's happening concurrently.
A dual process dissolution on one hand, new foundations being laid on the other. Every choice for inner peace and each response with love builds energetic picks of the new earth. This collective effort, unseen yet profound, is establishing new systems of light and unified consciousness, even as the old crumbles. It's not about watching the old fall with fear, but actively participating in building the new. And what's truly exciting, maybe a bit mind-bending, is the mention of open contact with star families. Zook's message states, the approach of star families intensifies. Naves, and for many, naves in this context, refers to what we might commonly understand as extraterrestrial craft or ships, are seen more frequently in dreams, meditations, or physically, and Zook says this will increase. This sounds like an incredible development, but also one that would require a lot of wisdom. How do we approach this with discernment?
Zook is very clear on this point. They clarify that contact begins in the heart, and through the heart, you will know how to recognize those who come in true love.
Heart-based discernment.
Exactly. Spiritual discernment is absolutely key. This means tuning in to your own energetic vibration and inner knowing, your gut feeling, your heart's resonance. Zook implies a no shadow force can deceive those vibrating in true discernment, those anchored firmly in love. However, this whole recalibration isn't without its physical effects. Expect more symptoms in the body, pressure in the head, palpitations, hot flashes, intense dreams, mood swings.
The recalibration symptoms.
Right. These are signs of energetic recalibration. Your bodies are being tuned like instruments to handle these higher frequencies and new levels of interaction. It's like upgrading your operating system and hardware at the same time, leading to temporary glitches as the system integrates. Be patient with your body.
This all leads to what Zook calls a glorious destiny and mass revelations. The message paints a picture of the earth will be reborn, peoples will unite, fear will lose strength, and love will occupy its rightful place. Starseeds, Zook says, are called living witnesses of this miracle. It's an incredibly hopeful vision after all the intensity.
It is. And it promises a phase of mass revelations, not only about governments and institutions, but about the true history of humanity. This includes hidden information, ancient civilizations whose existence has been suppressed, advanced technologies kept from the public,
Wow.
and unequivocal confirmation of star family presence. These revelations will deeply shake society's belief structures, inviting humanity to choose between old paradigms of fear and control and a new era of consciousness and freedom. The purpose isn't just to shock, Zook implies, but to awaken us to a truer, grander understanding of who we are and our place in the cosmos.
And Zook's message breaks down these revelations and transformations into specific areas, which helps ground this vast vision. Starting with the spiritual field, it predicts the fall of false leaders and false prophets, stressing that discernment, again, is crucial. Trust your heart above external authority.
Trust your inner knowing.
Yeah.
In the scientific field, Zook says new discoveries will transform how you understand matter, energy, and consciousness. This will bring healing technologies based on sound, light, and frequency, moving beyond our current, often limited pharmacological approaches. Future medicine, Zook envisions, will be a true balance between body, mind, and spirit, addressing the whole person. In the societal field, models of cooperation and sharing will emerge, leading to the collapse of old competitive economic structures and the rise of new systems based on shared abundance.
Shared abundance, nice.
Free energy will be released, transforming daily life. Ultimately, humanity will begin to perceive itself not as divided nations, but as a single planetary family. It's a comprehensive restructuring of every aspect of human existence, really, moving from separation to unity.
And this all culminates in the grand vision of the new Earth. 5D vision. Zook clarifies that this transformation will not happen overnight. The transition is gradual and requires courage, perseverance, and faith.
It's a journey.
It's not a destination we suddenly arrive at, but a process we are collectively building day by day.
And Zook states that you starseeds are the pillars of this process. You are trained, prepared to sustain truth and love through this shift. Many will be called to lead as healers, teachers, guides, inventors, scientists in new ways. A new generation will arrive with extraordinary gifts, very sensitive, intuitive, creative, deeply connected. Pioneers must protect and support them. Contact with star families, Zook assures us, will become inevitable and natural, integrated into everyday life, not something strange or hidden. Life in 5D Earth is envisioned as a planet where life organizes in harmony with nature, telepathy is common, time is experienced as a fluid flow, and respect for the essence of all beings reigns truly a cosmic garden. Human relationships will be based on true soul choice, heart resonance, mutual respect, forming communities as cooperative circles. Spirituality will be lived through everyday practices, direct connection, no intermediaries. Technology will be extensions of consciousness, used for harmony, clean, unlimited energy, quantum healing, even food from the ether, apparently.
Food from ether.
Okay. Yeah, pure energy manifested for sustenance. Education will shift to focus on the flowering of the soul. Intuition, creativity. Earth itself will be honored as a sacred living being, with humanity as its guardian. Ultimately, Zook's message reminds us this is not a distant promise. It is a reality already gestating within each awakened heart. Every elevated thought, compassionate gesture, truth-aligned choice is a seed of this new reality we are actively planting right now. The core insight is that the new Earth isn't just out there, it's being built through our inner transformation, one conscious choice at a time.
Wow. What an absolutely incredible journey through these profound insights from Zook of Andromeda. We've heard about the immediate, deeply personal effects of the lunar eclipse, the vital role of self-compassion,
So key.
the strength we can find in love, and this incredible, expansive vision for our collective future. It's a message of both intense transformation and, really, immense hope, showing us how intricately our inner world is linked to the grand cosmic unfolding.
Yeah, and if we connect this to the bigger picture, it's clear that Zook's message isn't just about passively experiencing change, is it? It's about actively participating in it. The analogy of the broken-winged bird, where we're simultaneously both the patient needing care and the caregiver offering it, that really stands out for me. It's such a powerful reminder to meet ourselves where we are, not where we think we should be. And to extend that same gentleness and understanding to everyone around us as we all navigate this cosmic surgery together. It's a call to both individual healing and collective kindness.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? It's about recognizing the deep work underway within you and around you. Honoring your unique process with profound self-gentleness, that seems to be the core message. And understanding that you are an integral, powerful part of this vast, unfolding transformation. Your individual journey is not isolated. It is deeply interwoven with the collective. And your light, your unique frequency, is needed now more than ever.
Which I think raises a really important question to leave everyone with. If we are truly co-creators of the new Earth, as Zook states, and our conscious choices align us to different timelines, how consciously are we choosing to anchor ourselves in love, compassion, and truth in every small decision we make, especially when the external world feels so turbulent? The work, it seems, truly begins within, continually, moment by moment, for all of us.
Yeah.
The new Earth isn't somewhere we go, perhaps, but something we become.
Until next time, keep diving deep into the incredible currents of your own awakening.
Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to sharing more with you soon. Until next time, take care and have a wonderful and blessed day.